What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today we're getting our hair out. Just kidding, I'm bald. It's still all about the thrash anyways. So let's check out the All Pedal 1987 Steel Panther Signature Distortion and Delay. Pedal. Let's do it. Alright guys, hope you're doing great out there today. If this is your first time here at my channel, my name is Kyle, and what I do is I take all sorts of awesome high gain related guitar equipment, I record it with a simple SM57 setup, and I give you the unprocessed audio on your end. So if you're into Easthander thrash riffs, dropsy hardcore riffs, and dudes who can still taste the burger they ate an hour ago, you're in the right place. Consider hitting the like button and subscribing on the way out so you don't miss any more of my stuff. Thanks! Alright guys, so today we are going back to 1987 in a little time machine, the year before I was born. So I don't even know what the hell was going on then. But if VH1 has taught me anything, it is that in 1987, hair metal was like the thing. Guitar gymnastics, everybody trying to out-shred each other, as well as super wet, super distorted guitar tones, and dudes sporting outfits that I could never in my wildest dreams pull off. Now, if you guys are familiar with my channel, you will know that the hair metal, the cock rock thing, not really my thing. But there was something else going on in 1987, and that was the second wave of thrash metal. So when my friends at All Pedal reached out and asked me to check out this pedal, I figured why not give it a try, because if it's voiced like the tones of that era, all of those bands were really using the same amplifiers. They were using modded Marshalls. They were just dialing them in and playing them differently. So with that in mind, I kind of figured that I should be able to get thrash tones out of it no problem. And as you guys can see, that is definitely the case. Before we get too far in this video though, I do want to mention this is a sponsored video. My friends over at All Pedal have paid me to share this pedal here with you guys. I just wanted to be fully transparent, so feel free to take everything I say with a grain of salt, but just know you're gonna get my honest thoughts and opinions as you always do. Keep that in mind. So yeah guys, I gotta say, upon plugging this pedal in, I wasn't really expecting a lot, and that's not on All Pedal, it's just on me taking the pedal at face value. As far as the distortion side of things, it's very simple. You've got a level, a gain, and a tone, but it doesn't give you much ability to dial things in. So I was kind of expecting to be a little bit underwhelmed, not be able to get it dialed in the way that I liked. But I can tell you, going into the clean channel of this Mezza Barba, it is just a really well-voiced and well-balanced pedal. Like, I'm seriously blown away. I was laughing earlier when I was playing this for the first time because I just was not expecting it to sound anywhere near as good as it did. But on top of having the functionality of being a full-on distortion pedal into a clean channel like you guys heard it, this thing can also function as a solid overdrive, which I will show you as well. And then not to mention, this has a full analog delay circuit in it, which is independently foot switchable from the distortion channel. So if you want to kick in the delay with the distortion and get a nice wet lead tone, you can absolutely do that. That is what this thing is built for. But say you already are running into a high gain amplifier and you need a delay pedal and you don't have a dedicated delay pedal, you can use this as a dedicated delay pedal. And again, it's a fully analog delay. So we're gonna mess around with the delay a little bit. We're gonna mess around with distortion and overdrive functions of this thing a lot. So I actually had it boosted with the Boss SD1 in that intro clip to get the tight, punchy thrash metal tones, which it did in spades. We are going into my Mezza Barba Trinity. This is a 3-channel amp, clean, crunch, and high gain overdrive, and this amp does all three very well, and that's going to allow me to showcase all the functionality of the distortion side of the 1987. We're going into a Marshall 425A cab with G12C greenbacks. I am using my Balaguer Typhon with the Seymour Duncan distortion in the bridge. And again, let's revisit that intro tone. I am going to show you my clean tone. There it is. Here is just kicking on the distortion side of the 1987. Honestly, a really great sound. It doesn't seem that far off of a Soldano SLO type distortion. Like, the distortion is really rich, it's really saturated, but it is nice and tight and punchy as well. We've got a lot of string separation. Let's go ahead, let's bump up that gain. For a distortion pedal that only has one tone control, that sounds awesome. Like, seriously, really impressed with just the bass tone of the distortion on this thing. Let's go ahead and kick in that Boss SD1 because this thing takes boosts like a champ. Let's mess with the tone though. Let's see the range of the tone control on this pedal. All right, so once you get that tone boosted really high, it kind of introduces a lot of noise. It opens up right around noon, and then after that, it doesn't seem to get too much brighter. So we can actually pull the tone control back a little bit, and that'll save us from the noise that's going on there. Seriously, super good tone. Really love that. Let's kick that Boss SD1 off and let's just do the pedal straight in. Let's bump that tone up a little bit. Let's get a little bit more gain. And then we can kick in the delay effortlessly. The delay sounds great, honestly. Let's pull that level up a little bit. Let's get a little bit more feedback, a little bit more level. Let's make that really wet sounding. So I don't have the time and the feedback set exactly right for that, but as you can see, the analog delay side sounds really good. We can actually kick it up even more. We can kick that feedback up even more and pull the time back just a little bit. As you guys know, my lead skills are pretty much non-existent, but even so, I think that's a great sounding analog delay. I had no problem getting it to sound the way that I want to, with some other delays giving me a little bit of sass, a little bit of trouble, trying to get it dialed in the way that I would like it to sound. This is simple. We've got 3 controls. It does exactly what it should do, and it sounds good doing it. And that is between the distortion and the clean channel on the Mezza Barba. So it'd probably sound even better if you ran it in the loop. So yeah, color me impressed on both sides of the pedal. But one thing that I have not seen anybody cover yet is using this as an overdrive, which I actually found it worked really, really well, like completely unexpectedly. So here is my high gain tone on channel 3 of the Mezza Barba. And now we're gonna set up this distortion side of the 1987 like we would in overdrive, and we're gonna kick it on. As you can see, it kicks in a lot of high end, it tightens up quite a bit, and it actually gives a good amount of saturation. So if we pull that tone back, engage that gain just a little bit, and pull our high end back on the Mezza Barba. And it tightens up the amp significantly. Again, here it is with it off. And with it on. That works awesome as an overdrive. That sounds, it's super tight. It's adding a nice push to the front end of the amp. It's very punchy, it's very percussive. All right guys, last but not least, let's go over to that clean channel and let's get kind of more of a mid-gain tone going on. I don't do that stuff too often, but the way that this thing sounds, I'm pretty inspired. Let's grab my Heritage with the PAF style pickups. All right, we've got an awesome like Plexi style gain going on right now. Overdriven Plexi for sure. It's bright, but in all the best ways. It sounds really good. Let's turn that delay on again just for fun. And let's play a little something weird that I wrote. Guys, that's gonna do it for me today on the all pedal 1987 distortion and delay, the Steel Panther signature pedal. If you want to pick this pedal up, you can get it for $199 over at All Pedal's website. So if you want to get yourself some nice cock rock tones, or if you want to get serious and you want to boost this thing and revisit the second wave of thrash, make sure to hit that link down below in the description. Thanks again to All Pedal for sending this out and sponsoring this video. I honestly had a lot of fun. If you had fun, hit that like button, consider subscribing on your way out. And also, I want to know what you guys thought about the tones that I got in this video. Do you think that this thing sounds as good as I think it sounds in the room? Were you hearing anything on your end that I was not hearing here in the room? Let me know down below in the comments, and of course, I'll come down and meet you there, as I always do, to chat about it. And if you'd like to support my channel, consider adding your name to this list of incredible people by joining my Patreon community and supporting the channel that way. Everything you guys put into that Patreon account goes back into this channel, whether it be more gear or upgrading the equipment that I use to bring you guys more and better content. And I very much appreciate the support. Yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Kyle here again. We'll see you next time.
You know what this wall is missing? Another amp. There we go.